MotoGP race, and unfortunately that is exactly how it materialised, how it panned out. So that's the latest info that we have. Bang up to date on your screens out at the bottom of your picture. The pit lane will not open before 4 p.m. local time. You can just see there in the foreground Alex Crivier working, of course, now with DAZN Spanish TV. I'm going to chat with Dorna, of course, the commentator. I think Alex Crivier, actually, if my very hazy memory serves me right now, getting a bit fuzzy in my old age, he was on the podium the last time we had a Premier Class race here in Indonesia. I think it was an all-Repsol Honda podium. Yeah, in Sentul. The race was won by Tadayuki Okada from Mick Doohan, with Alex Crivier in third place. So Alex Crivier knows what it takes to get a podium finish around in this part of the world. Finally, better late than never, at least we've got a MotoGP bike engine fired up in pit lane. Let's hope that bike is going to get ridden in anger at some stage. We're 20 minutes away from the next update. Pit lane will not open before 4 p.m. local time.
Well, you can see everyone obviously huddled up under the shelter. They've been using that shelter all weekend to really keep themselves out of the sunlight and keep themselves in the shade through practice. Me and our colleague Matt Dunn walked down pit lane on Thursday lunchtime, and they had fans outside all the pit boxes to try and keep everybody cool. It's certainly been the heat that's been the main challenge provided by the weather this weekend. Of course, that was the cause of the initial delay or the initial shortening of the race distance. Let's head down into pit lane. We've already seen a very relaxed Fabio Quartararo down in pit lane, enjoying some of the scenes in the grandstands. Let's hear the words from his team boss, Maio Meregali. He's inside.
Maio, this must be heartbreaking for you, seeing the rider, your rider, come through practice qualifying as the favourite, really, and especially in my eyes, I really thought he was the man to beat. The only one looking like on rails here when everyone else is struggling, and now it's rained and changed everything. Please give us your thoughts.
Yeah, it's a really pity. We are, as you can imagine, disappointed also because we did a 3-day test here 4 weeks ago. We did a really good job. We prepared this race in the best way as possible. We started very well. Morbidelli, for me, he could also start from the first row without a crash yet in qualify. Now, basically, we throw away all the data we gather in 5 days, basically. But I'm really now doubting if we can start, because apparently the tarmac doesn't drain. There is a lot of water, so I don't know until when we will be able to postpone the start of the race.
Getting back to Morbidelli, I was really happy to see the old Franco flashes of him come back. From inside the box, do you feel he's back on track?
Yeah, definitely. He's very happy now. Every time he wants to push, he's fast. He got back the confidence, the speed. Even in Qatar, for me, he looked much better compared to the winter test, and here even more. It's for sure a good and important point for us, because now we can really compare the two rider data during the race weekend, and as you know, one can push the other one, and that's our aim.
Maio, thank you for your time, and I hope you get to go racing.
Me too.
Yeah, thanks to Simon, thanks to Monster Energy Yamaha team manager Maio Meregali. It was a real tough start, wasn't it, for the factory Yamaha team, Yamaha in general, a couple of weeks ago over in Qatar. Fabio Quartararo, what a difference a couple of weeks can make. It kind of just shows the unpredictable nature of this year's World Championship. The world champion struggling, 9th place and over 10.5 seconds back of this man in Qatar, yet he comes to a brand new circuit here in Mandalika and has kind of the least of all problems with this new harder case in Michelin rear tyre. He was looking forward to making the soft rear work in dry conditions, which unfortunately we are not going to get, of course, because even if the rain stops, it's not going to dry up sufficiently quickly enough for a dry Indonesian Grand Prix. Again, look at all the local dignitaries. I really do hope that we can get some MotoGP race action in here, because it would be the perfect way to end what's been such a brilliant weekend all round. As Lewis touched upon, we had a fantastic welcome when we first arrived here in Jakarta. The parade of 20 riders with President Mr. Widodo. It was like rock stars, wasn't it? And this was all part of what we hoped was going to be a really special grid ceremony to kick off the Indonesian Grand Prix. We saw the special grid ceremony for the first time precede the Qatar Grand Prix a couple of weeks ago. It was a real nice new feature. Even though they can't go on the grid and they can't perform out on the circuit, well, the band are still going to play the Indonesian national anthem. So myself and Liz will just pause for a couple of moments. Well, you've got to give credit to the Indonesian authorities here. They're doing everything they possibly can to keep the patient fans, the expectant fans, entertained and occupied as we continue to have this unfortunate rain delay here. The race, of course, should have been over by now. Unfortunately, we're still waiting. We'll take another quick breathe as well and soak up what hopefully is the pre-race atmosphere of this marching band. Rousing and fantastic rendition of the Indonesian national anthem. Some positive news to bring you as well. It looks like the rain just has started to ease off. Sure, that made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, didn't it? The band there playing in front of the president, Mr. Joko Widodo. The fans putting their heart and soul into that national anthem as well. What a picture that is. great scenes here. That's why we are so desperate to give these fans the show that they came for, the show that they have been waiting for 25 years. We're 10 minutes away from what we hope will be the pit lane opening.
And this is the reason why we have the new 15-minute start procedure in place, the shorter start procedure, is if there is a window in the weather where it does ease off, they want to make the most of it, because of course there's every chance if it does ease off that the rain could intensify once again later on. So a sensible application of the rules, where if we do get a little bit of a gap in the weather where we can get a race, and it's important to capitalise on it as soon as we can.
Fans there getting